So, hello, it's been a while. I wasn't really sure what I want to do with the whole YouTube thing, so I thought I'd try just making one video a month at least. And pretty much I want to talk about what I've been doing over the month to help me improve my business skills or just a business that I'm working on. So, actually, I'll start before March first because it's been a while since I made a video, so I need to talk about quite a few things actually. The first thing that we did was we had to create a business address, which we have, and it's at this location right here. And this actually enables us to create a business and set up taxes and all that. I'm not 100% sure how it all works, but I'm learning about it anyway. So the first thing we did was we had to come up with ideas of what we actually want to do. And we went to my friend's house, or my business partner, where we just wrote down a lot of different ideas on sticky notes, and then we started to eliminate the ideas to find out which one's the best idea. And then now we have a few ideas, there's a few things we want to work on. Unfortunately some of us have to focus on exams a little bit, and yeah, because we are full-time uni students, so it's quite difficult. But it's okay, we are getting there. So the problem is my money is quite low right now because I quit my job, so I can focus 100% on this. And I've been trying to make money in different ways, so I've been trading stocks quite a lot. I'm a big fan of Tesla, but it's also a really good stock to short. So I've made quite a bit of money on that, but also Netflix and Adobe. And I'm always looking at the stock market, just learning about it a little bit, just so I can sustain wealth in the future as well. So I'm always going to have a stock portfolio with a decent amount of money in it, just so the money grows instead of leaving it in the bank where it depreciates over time. One of our most successful things that we did so far is we sold pasta at our uni. It was for charity as well. We promoted the whole event through Instagram and I think Facebook as well, just also telling everybody that we're going to be selling pasta. So a friend of ours, his uncle has a catering business. He came here and we cooked a lot of food. We made 171 euros in the end. It all went to charity as well, and the pasta tasted great. People actually enjoyed it, but it was quite a lot of work, so we think maybe this isn't the best thing to focus on. So as I want to improve my pitching skills, because it's an important part of business, I've been going to different events like Toastmasters, you might have heard of. It's people get to talk about any topic they want just in front of people, and then really get some proper feedback on how they can improve their speaking and presenting and make it more fun and all that. Because yeah, as you can see, that's not something I'm that good at, so I would definitely want to be better. And later on, if I'm pitching a business idea, that I can do it in a convincing and interesting way. So now, coming on to March, I wanted to create my own dropshipping site because I did make one with my friends actually, but we're doing makeup and we're not very interested in makeup, so I actually switched product and made my own product, and I'm selling these fake AirPods. They're not actually that bad, they're pretty good I would say even, and they're much cheaper than real AirPods. And the website also sells different wireless headphones because nowadays you can get them really cheap actually, and they're pretty good. So I tried out the AirPods, the sound quality isn't very good or anything, or the battery life is actually pretty terrible, so you can buy the same thing for 50 euros easily. But if you're interested, check out my website, maybe you can support me that way if you like, because so far I'm just spending money on ads, on Facebook ads, because that's something I'm learning through doing that, and it's getting quite expensive actually. So now the main thing that I'm working on, and the thing I'm most excited about actually, is these electric scooters. I don't know if you can see it properly, but we have these electric scooters. They go 25 kilometers an hour, so it's pretty fast actually. They have 30-mile range as well, 30-kilometer range, sorry. And we want to create a ride-sharing service similar to Bird that you might have seen in the US, but actually we have a different business model. So right now it's quite exciting. We're talking to a lot of different people. We're always getting recommended to talk to other people who might help us or who could invest in our project. And I think over the next few months we can really make it a thing. And it might not make us a lot of money, but we've learned so much through doing it, just because people keep giving us ideas, they keep talking to us how we can improve. We're finding ways how to find people who can help us in the project. and so on. It's been a lot of fun, and the scooter's also a lot of fun. So now I don't need to bike anymore, which is pretty cool. So one night we went to The Hague, a city close by, to go to this thing called a fuck up night. It's pretty much where different entrepreneurs talk about like how they fucked up in their business, and they try to like help you understand that failure's just a thing that you have to overcome, and it happens to everyone, and it's also part of business. And then that was quite interesting. It was a little bit different to what I expected, because it was more just motivation and stuff. I thought we'd actually hear about like exactly what they do in the business, what went wrong, and then how they got past that. But it's also good to hear, you know, just to keep going and that kind of stuff. And it was also good just because there was a lot of entrepreneurs there, so we could talk about our idea, we could hear about their ideas or what they've done in the past and what's worked and what hasn't worked for them. So that's always interesting, and I think can be useful. So whenever I'm meeting new people, I'm trying to find out what they've done, and like where they've gone wrong, and what their ideas are really, just so I can get some ideas for myself. Yeah, so actually similar to the last thing, my friend is also interviewing entrepreneurs all the time. He's got a YouTube channel, I'll link it in the description. So I'm helping him film that a little bit, and it's always good to hear the different points of views and the different life stories that people have had. Like we were talking to someone, she was a factory worker for ages, but now she's started her own business and she's working on different things all the time. And that was all out of coincidence, but it shows how like one small thing in your life can change everything really. And like even if you might not be so entrepreneurial at the beginning, everything can still change. As part of my uni course, I need to do a study abroad. So I've actually selected to go to Shanghai, China, and I think this is good because I'm really interested in the culture actually, and I believe it's a great place to do business, also just to get some completely different ideas. Like China's quite advanced in tech, and I like tech a lot actually, and I think this will help me see how a different culture reacts with it, and then maybe I can bring some ideas back over to the Western world. And actually I'm planning on starting a small business there, because I have a whole year in Shanghai then, and hopefully I can do maybe something with export or even import, or just a service. But I still have a lot of time because I'm going in February 2020, so I have a lot of time to decide exactly what I'm going to do, but I want to make sure that I have a good business plan, and that I can actually create a small business whilst I'm there. Yeah, so, and also as part of that I've been learning Chinese. It's pretty difficult, but I think if I keep practicing every day for a year, and then whilst I'm there, just keep using it, I think then I can get to a relatively basic level of Chinese over that time. So yeah, that's everything really. So I have a lot of plans for the next month, and actually it's already April, so I've already been starting on a few things, but I'll leave that for the next video. Can you please just leave me some feedback on what I can improve in, because I'm still really new to this. It's super unnatural to talk to the camera like this. But yeah, so I'll see you in the next one.